This might be everybody. Could be. And down this
Alright, let's go slow with the banging.
Well, you've been drinking heavily or something?
Alright, we'll call the meeting to order.
Well, then she needs to get it.
6:14.
Alright, second. Is that what you were waiting for?
You're the boss, I'm here, I'm a visitor.
Is there more coming?
Now you have to have well, you call the meeting to order, now you just go and do a roll call and mark down everybody.
Yes, Sarah and Kara are here. Alright, Sarah, okay, Ron, Meg, and
Yeah, and then you want to get a motion in a second for the minutes, and then vote.
sorry. Yes. Is there a motion to adopt our minutes from our last meeting? Or am I making that motion?
I'm open to whatever, approve the minutes from last time. From 12:10, correct? I wasn't here, but I approve.
You can. And then a roll call.
Like, what are you gonna do if
I think the chair's gonna start banging the hammer and call this meeting to order.
And then the agenda, I'll approve of the agenda.
Oh, yeah. Let me put that on here.
And do everybody have an agenda?
This is the agenda here. Is that under files?
Do you have more of those, or is it you need to leave?
Did you send it?
Or is it stuck in here? We're just printing them out right now. Sorry. Take a look at that and then be approved. Yes. Okay. Meg approves the agenda.
I concur.
There is a second.
I concur. I will second.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. All right, moving on. So at our last meeting, we talked about this meeting being just pretty crucial to future planning. So what we talked about last time was that we would like to create a new survey that kind of takes what we did in the 2024 survey and really kind of makes it personalized to what happened last year and what we want to see moving forward. So in front of you, should have the 5 questions from the previous survey, and then each of us were to come up with some questions that we think would be important to ask. I kind of made some suggestions of like ones that we maybe would take out of this and how we would replace them potentially, but we can all kind of go through and share what our suggestions would be. And then because we need to start applying for grants ASAP, I think the Gaming Commission one just opened January 1st. Our thoughts were that we could all share like our top 3 modification suggestions, and then we kind of can maybe narrow down what we want to ask for when we go to write grants. Because we also need to get quotes and things like that before we can really ask for the money. So I guess we can start with either one. We have the surveys right in front of us. Maybe we just kind of start there. If you guys want to glance at those questions, and then maybe some of the ones you listed as yours are already on here, or maybe we'd like to replace some. I thought maybe taking number 5 out. It's about Daryl! Here! Daryl!
There it is.
Oh my goodness!
Careful that way, there's a cord.
You're out of order.
Daryl is here, Katie.
See, they put me in this weird seat.
We decided today we're not going.
Oh, shoot.
Too many irons in the fire.
I already took that.
I do.
How's it going?
Okay.
Which one is number 5?
Sorry.
I didn't know if they were in order.
So the one that says opening and maintaining the pool requires approximately $70,000. I thought we could just take that out of there because people have already responded to that in the previous one. So what we want to know more is like, what did you guys like? What didn't you like? What will bring you here? Kind of more for.
And if you guys just want to give general themes, I'm happy to write the survey like word for word and get it in that format. So, but most importantly is I know the intent of the question.
Just check the last year's survey, and then if you have some suggestions, I think we'll just go through. Do we just want to kind of go down the line? Is that okay with you guys?
I think that sounds good.
Okay. If you have some survey suggestions, then I guess, I don't care, do you want to start? Would that be all right?
Sure.
Okay.
One of mine was like to ask if people feel better, if the attendance of the pool was better with adult management.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
So the attendance of like people using the pool or the lifeguard attendance?
People using the pool.
Okay, cool.
We'll use group.
And then another one was just like kind of an open thing of what would make people use the pool more. What would you want?
Yeah. I don't think we have an extra copy, but.
Okay, I'll just make a copy when they're done.
All right, so what was the second one? What would,
The second one is like what would make you use the pool more?
got it. And do you want that to be like an open-ended where they type in their answer, or do you want like check boxes?
I don't know.
Maybe that might need some steering.
Yeah,
like
because
having some choices.
Yeah.
And then we
Multiple
could
choice.
see what's important.
A checkbox,
Yeah.
yeah, check all
it'd be
that
like
applies.
things to do,
Nicer facilities.
yeah, food options.
Food
like-
options, yeah.
Music.
All right, nicer facilities.
Or pool features.
Yeah.
Food options.
Kind of got a list here too from, I think it was Marion's survey that was said like, you know, the entrance, play features, shade structures, those kind of things, beautification,
Yeah.
concessions.
I'll put then some of the things we talked about, like Wi-Fi, other, you know, better furniture.
Like,
Shading.
Yeah, so.
did you have any additional ones, Kara?
Those are only two.
Nope, that's perfect. Okay. All right. And Sarah, did you?
So her second question I had also.
Okay. I was planning on
Like,
following.
are people, I didn't know if we wanted to chunk up that question or have it be loaded in one, but I was thinking like, do you want more like pool amenities or like structure? That's a bad way to word it.
I could do a ranked choice
Yes, how
where
important
they
it
could,
is.
or I could say, here's 10 things, you know,
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
inspire people to use the pool more, put them in the order of importance.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we could see,
Do you think people would do that with 10 things?
maybe not 10, but 7.
Maybe top
Or
three.
we could say top 3, top 4.
Yeah, top three would.
Yeah.
Like wrap that into one, you know, like make it
I
a
think
little
we
more
could
simple,
condense
not say,
it a little, yeah.
not say specific like, oh, do you want a slide, a rock wall, do you want shade, do you want?
You could put, like-
I think we could split it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somehow.
Improve facilities or
Pool amenities.
pool amenities, like, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what I can do is tomorrow, like, write this up, get a sample, email all of you guys, look at the questions and interact with the survey and see if it's confusing or if, you know, it's straightforward. But yeah, I think to your point, like, if we had all of these things, more people would use the pool. So maybe we
Yeah.
don't have to ask, what would you like to see? Like, what would it take to
What's
get
more
you to use the pool more? Yeah, I think a ranked choice, top 3 would be
Yeah.
sufficient. Yeah.
And then my other one was just like a basic, like general of the survey. Like, so were you guys thinking of keeping these questions in that? Or should we just make the survey specific to pool improvement?
I think,
Well, some of these, do we even need anymore? Like, is it-
yeah, right,
Will
we might
this
be
be open
replacing a lot of
this year?
these. Yeah, this
we
is
don't
just to
need
kind of
those.
give us
Yeah.
some framework.
Yeah, it's because we're going to open it next year. I mean, that's, the intent of that survey was to try to get a truthful cross-section of the city because, you know, I had staff in one ear, I had city council members in another ear, I had community members in another, and it's hard to know what the truth is. And so the purpose of that survey was to try to find out what the community really thinks about the pool and if it should stay open. So, yeah, I would say scrap all of those questions and
Okay.
just maybe start from scratch.
Yeah. And maybe you could take all these out, but just say like, do you plan to use the pool this year? Or do you plan on utilizing or something, you know, basic generic that like gets them into thinking about the pool and then
And then
goes
answer
into
those, yeah.
Yeah. And we also have the ability to do sub-questions. So I could deliver another question based on their answer.
Right.
So like, if, for example, if we ask like, are you gonna use the pool this year? If it's a no, then maybe, they don't get another question. If it's a yes, we could,
You
give
can
other
put those
questions.
10
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah, so, but again, once I get all of the intent of what you guys wanna gather, then I'll just, work on it tomorrow. Yeah. You saw the whistle, the noon whistle thing, that has a drop down on it, so only people who say yes, reinstate the whistle get the follow-up questions like, how often? Yeah, twice a day is a little daunting for a lot of people. Yeah. All right.
That's all I had.
Is it my turn?
Go for it.
I have, mine are kind of maybe a subcategory, but it has to do with public swimming lessons.
Okay.
Are we interested in public swimming lessons?
Yeah.
Second part of that, maybe send this, something to this to the city of Lamont and Arlington. There's other questions I have as far as, can we run a bus? That's something different, I guess. Anyways, on the same, some kind of surveys to Lamont and Arlington, what they'd be willing to do, what we'd be, if, I don't know what, again, 50 years ago, when I was a lifeguard, we were given swimming lessons all summer long. And it was like 2 weeks for the Strawberry kids, and then 2 weeks for Lamont and Arlington, but it doesn't have to be that way. There's probably a reason they're not doing it anymore. That's what I don't know, is why don't they do that anymore?
Yeah.
But that also, if these kids learn how to swim, they might come swimming. But anyway, that's part of that. Another one has to do with, is there enough interest for the swim team? Is there enough interest for the aerobics? Thank you. And what about, and then of course, number 4, is there interest in underwater basket weaving? No.
I actually started.
Never thought of that.
Anyway, so it's all related to swim lessons, and getting another town involved if we can.
So that's a question we should just send to the mayors of each of those other towns.
Well, would that be a part of just that survey part? Okay, fine.
Yeah, you don't, because, if they don't want to participate, then it's a moot point.
Then it's over.
Yeah, okay.
Well, go along with what he said. I doubt it if you could use the school buses to transport the kids.
Because of insurance, probably.
Probably. I think times have changed. I don't think that would be possible. But maybe the mayors or something like that, or their council could arrange some sort of transportation.
Yeah.
That's
For
right.
a van or,
Yeah.
something that they could bring over.
Yeah, I mean, I can pose it to both mayors and.
It's not, we don't have as many kids as we used to back in the day, so.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, they could find out how much interest there is on that.
Well, that's part of a survey for them. Is there
Yeah,
interest in
but-
Right,
swim lessons or bus shuttles?
yeah.
Or transportation, however. that
I
might be.
think that they could probably arrange something.
Even if a group of parents just did a carpool,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
knowing that it's available to them, yeah.
Folks tote the Amish around. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be something like
So
that.
Yeah.
If we get the
We could
Amish
English
to take the kids back and forth, and in the carriage will be there in an hour and a half, right?
You wouldn't have to pay for gas.
Yeah, no, but you have to pay for
Hey,
it.
Laura.
We had to issue tickets because of the poop, the horse poop all around.
Oh, it's
That's called fertilizer.
I was getting sick, but I'm driving around dodging the horse poop, so we had to send the police up there to let them know, you gotta collect your,
Right.
Your doggy
Right.
bag take care of your.
yeah.
We went up to
That's the person.
we went up for the Anderson, one night,
Yeah.
and there was no horse around, but there was poop all around
Yeah.
the shade tree.
Yeah. That's how you know how long it's been since they're on. It's like the condition of it,
Forensic.
Oh, they were 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, 2 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Liz, do you want to share your?
I know you gotta leave
Sure.
early.
Yeah, how can the pool partner with like surrounding businesses to raise awareness and interest in visiting the pool? So, I guess, I don't know how we could turn that into a question for the public, but I know last year we were brainstorming and talking about like Free Friday swims sponsored by, if there was a Free Friday, would that encourage you to attend the pool or, you know, something like that. And then also, I thought it would be kind of interesting to find out for people who visit the pool, how many people are getting in the water and how many of them are just monitoring children, and what, you know, what we could do with the pool to make it better for both ends.
Okay.
I put a bunch in here just because I was finding lots of good ideas, but I guess if I had to kind of narrow it down, I guess one of the questions that I really liked that I saw was, what is one specific modification that would change your no to a yes regarding the seasonal pool pass? You know, what makes it worth it to you? How does the presence or absence of a public pool impact your family's quality of life in Strawberry? Because I think that would help us with grant writing too, like if we can.
Yeah. You can have personal accounts.
Well, I did notice on the survey that one of the responses was that one of the reasons they don't come was it's cost too much.
Okay.
It was on one of these.
Okay. And then, kind of I guess one of them was already mentioned before, like what would make you more likely to visit the pool? That kind of combines a couple of the ones that I wrote down. But then, because we're kind of looking for ADA rent, you know, kind of like specific things to make our pool compliant, maybe ask about any members of your household having a disability that makes it difficult to get into the current pool. Asking a question like that would maybe help us too if we're looking for modifications such as a zero entry or some sort of ease of access. Yeah. So those are kind of the gist of my questions.
Have you looked in, I mean, is there any more information on just the steps with railing?
Yeah, I mean, those are all totally possible. We thought for sure we would add the steps with the railing. Like that seems to be a no-brainer, and we can plop those in without, you know, having
engineers and all that.
We're still going to have engineers, but we have a local engineer, I think, that can probably draw some stairs on a napkin. You know, yeah, we're not actually modifying the pool. You know, since there's cement stairs, they'll just kind of flop in place.
Yeah.
That should be. I mean, I think for sure we need that. Like that.
Well, Swales Concrete could probably.
Yeah, they probably already have the
They
stairs
can
made.
make those.
Yeah.
They can make those.
Yeah.
Were you also kind of still thinking about looking into a second opinion about what it would cost to do a zero entry? I know we kind of had talked about that back in I don't know, our last meeting, so I know that was right before the holidays.
Yeah,
too.
we haven't met with anybody since,
Okay.
but it is our intent to do that. But I did look up the state code in the meantime, and the ramping up and down is what the guy said. So I believe when we get another opinion, it's going to be the same thing. Because there is a depth, you know, ramp, and it's, you know, we're talking about the difference of like a couple of inches. It's like, you know, maybe a degree or two, but.
I guess maybe instead of a second opinion, I should say a second quote, like another estimate.
Yeah, we can do that.
So like, is it possible to like move the bathhouse and like was it the space that was the issue?
Yeah.
It's the pool, the zero entry would kind of go the other way. It would go parallel to the bathhouse toward the splash pad.
Does it have to be that way?
Well, that's the only feasible place without moving the entire building.
Right.
Like, yes, because it would go, imagine it would go almost to the splash pad. Like that's how far the pool would have to extend to accommodate the ramp.
Is there the possibility of combining the two in some way?
There is big money.
Yeah.
Like the guy just said, you just added like, you know, 2 zeros onto the project. I'm like, yeah, like that would be well over $1 million and probably not feasible to. Yeah, he said, and he said the pool is big enough. One of the you know, I've had, you know, some people complain about the size of the pool. He's like, the pool is plenty big, for the size of the, municipality, and, you know, so, yeah, I think spending $1 million to like combine the two would be, you know, just.
I
really
think
hard, so.
the steps and the railing, and make sure that the handicap lift works.
Yeah.
Both, I mean, people should be able to get in
I
one of
totally
those
agree.
two ways.
Are we, done with the questions? 'Cause we're
No,
not.
it kind of segued into,
Did you want to share?
Well, there's a couple things. We haven't still addressed lap swimmers.
We'll get to you, Katie.
You know,
yeah,
well, I think somehow we should address, if, let's say, if we had lap swimming at noon and in the evening, or, you know,
yeah,
would that,
like first hour and last hour kind of thing.
yeah, I think, you know, we would try to get more adults down there for lap swimming.
How many, we have about 8 or so.
Yeah, there's quite a few. When my
I was
wife
wondering.
goes at noon, I flopped in there once or twice.
I would say at least 8, and probably.
It was, on average, it was probably like 5 or 6 on average. Peaks
Yeah.
would be 8 or 9, but
Did they have them at night this time? They didn't. though.
no, it's just during the day.
Well, I would, you know, that noon probably is okay for some people, but,
Yeah.
I mean, if we had it at night, we could probably
I think
attract.
you can get a lot of kids swearing at you from the sidelines if you kick 40 kids out of the pool.
Well, you don't wanna do that.
For 7 laps over 3.
Well,
You get,
Well,
a couple of years ago, they had aerobics and
Yeah.
lap swimming at the same time. It was 5 o'clock, I believe, or maybe 6, I don't know.
Yeah.
so when does the pool
So,
actually close?
Pool,
well, it
close.
depends if we,
Fine.
it usually closes at 7, but if we put lights, we could stay open later.
Yeah.
I've got Katie Bockenstead here.
Yeah,
She's
fine,
got
fine.
something she wants to contribute. Go ahead, Katie.
One of the questions, I don't know if it was said, but, maybe asking them, how often do you come to Strawberry or choose to go to another town? And on there, why do you choose to go to the other town?
That's a really good question.
So, what is the reason that you might go to Manchester,
They come here for
Then,
the grocery store.
and just getting that information, like, how often do you come to Strawberry? Always, never, you know, whatever, or, you know, why do you choose to go to the other pool?
Yeah, that's a good one, Katie. Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, what's better about our competition?
Is this,
Right.
is this a summer thing, or is it all year thing? kind
No,
of
I think
question?
it's just focused on the pool. So, anything else, Katie, any other ones that you had?
They were already said,
Okay,
but that was
Okay,
just one
we're
that
all-
I did not hear,
Yeah.
but I was waiting out of service, so.
yeah, good one. Okay.
I got one other one.
But,
Private parties.
yeah,
Or private, do we want to put something in on the survey on that?
whether we
You
should.
wanna know
Whether we should,
Like, how many would be interested in private parties in the?
yeah,
Interesting.
something.
Yeah, we did, I think we did 4 or 5 parties last year.
Yeah.
Okay, but
yeah.
I mean, that could be one of the things, you know,
Yeah,
that,
lights.
We did private parties last summer.
I know, but it's part
I think there were
of the
some later.
survey. If
It's
that
whether
would,
you wanna keep having.
if there are more and more people would be aware of that, maybe that,
That might have been just a matter of awareness.
I think if we move lights up on the
So if you ask
3
a question,
priorities,
it becomes aware.
it would make private parties easier and give better hours for private parties.
add a little more income to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they have to pay a certain amount, I imagine, the
Yeah.
private party.
Yeah, the amount is, basically the formula we use is the cost of the lifeguards times 2.
Okay.
So a little bit of profit, everybody gets paid, you know, like that's, seems to be a fair way to,
Good, just wondering.
yeah.
Okay, any other thoughts on survey before we move into modifications?
Back to Daryl's question about, the aerobics, I think you could ask, like, would you prefer, like, if we offered water aerobics, do you like the 12 to 1 time frame, 5 to 6 time frame, or both? Or like,
Yeah.
what works for you?
This is
And
lap
so-
swimming I was talking about.
Or, yeah, sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then you could give them an option to say one or the other or both.
So, the size of this is getting good. I think we should segment then and ask for, like, as they're doing it, ask first questions, do you live in Strawberry Point, yes or no? Then have the other, you know, the other pools show up on that one. And then also maybe ask the age range, because we, you know, we're probably not gonna have a whole bunch of, you know, 30-year-olds doing lap swim, or water aerobics or stuff like that. So maybe if we segment it, we can leave it a little shorter, but then have these extra questions pop up when we hit the demographic that we're looking for. So
Maybe, back to maybe ask the question about how many adults with licensed homelesses,
yeah.
as far as, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I'll work on this in the morning and kind of lay it out and then shoot it over to you guys and see how you like the layout.
All right. So I guess, can we do the same format then, maybe for the modifications, if you guys have things that you would like to?
Can you throw out there?
Yeah, and then you guys can take it to that way.
Yeah, sorry guys, I've got concert band at school tonight.
Oh, let's go.
All right, so my top 3 priorities, I think, obviously, like, I think the shade aspect, the whatever it is, the pergola, the shade, whatever it is, that the shelter of some kind, that should be, I think, a priority, because as you know, it said, you can see it from the road, it draws attention to the pool, it gives parents a nice place to be. I do think light should be one of the top priorities, because I think we can do that rather cost effectively. And I think that would open up a door for night swims and, you know, renting the pool in the evening hours for birthday parties or whatever it is. I think that would bring some more money to the pool. And then I guess my third is like the pool features, like putting in a slide or a rock wall or,
Slide.
Yeah.
A slide.
A slide, yeah. Is that what I said? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep, so those are my 3.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
All right, who wants to go next?
I can, mine aren't really much different, like add-ons, slides, zero entry, that type of thing. Rock wall. I don't know. So I know some pools, it gets messy, but like a clay sand area.
Oh, I
But
see.
that gets, I know, I.
I'll have
I used to love those as a kid.
I
I'll have a
know,
stack
kids
of
love it,
those.
but.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they used,
I think that's where I'm picturing it used to be.
I remember that one, Manchester.
And there was like a little
Manchester
short thing to
did.
rinse, like,
Mhm.
you could like rinse off.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell her next cover. Okay.
Hey, Bob.
And then my other one is like shower house
Okay, I've got it.
improvements.
Sure. Yeah.
Did you say shower?
Thanks, Becky.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I gotta go. I'm not missing anything for his senior year, so I understand.
What's happening tonight? Ball game?
I just have to
Concert
touch my
band.
stuff.
All right.
I kind of agree with what she said about the bathhouse. I think there's like really small things that can make a big difference that are pretty cost effective, to fix as far as the bathroom goes. Cause I do think it needs, I mean, that bathroom has been kind of, and since I was little, so, but yeah, a few things in the bathhouse would be good. And then the shades and the interactive features is same with that.
A lot of what I've already heard, let me list here. The bathhouse, updating, get new, whatever it needs to just update. We talked about this at the end of the year down there, the ladies needed some things in their shower, and the guys had a few things, like a mirror and maybe possibly another whatever, but anyway, an update, shower area. I think they've talked about that already. And going along with that is kind of something Daryl said, is like the steps. And I think that would, I know that I'm 66 years old, I have trouble getting in and out of that pool, so, but I did have, but that would help us older, and even the little ones, that getting in and out. Okay, but, my second one was, shaded areas, which that's been brought up. And even, haven't they talked about, making a big shaded area, or are we talking shaded area with just, the big umbrella type stuff? Or
Yeah.
both?
I was envisioning that slab of cement that's largely unused.
Yeah.
And having some sort of pergola over there that would make that entire area shade.
I would say that would be number one or two.
Yeah. And then if we do that, we could put a nice sound system out there, free public Wi-Fi we could put over there, maybe, put some power.
Good
so
idea.
that people could go out there and use their laptops while their kids swim and,
Good.
Yeah.
Would there be seating?
Oh, yeah, there's got to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then my
Sorry,
third
I called you
one
and I
was,
forgot
I
what
like
it was.
lights.
Can you hear us okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's, yeah, all right.
All right. Katie, do you want to go next with your modification priorities?
Sure. I would say lights, and then I like the shade pergola idea. And then I would go with something that would be fun for the kids, like a attraction. So slide, rock wall, just that kind of stuff. I know like the things that we could do to the bathroom to make it look a little nicer would be inexpensive. So just doing the inexpensive stuff first and kind of raising money to really raise the bathrooms in the future. But just using those things that would bring people there to get more people interested. I think adding, the shade and then an activity for the kids.
Okay.
A fun thing.
Thank you very much. All right. Daryl, how about you?
Well, I would agree with the other ones, but as far as, I think for safety reasons and everything else, like, we have to get the lift ready and we have to have the steps and the railing. And then after that, and then if you're gonna do anything with the shower rooms, the men's need it worse than the women's.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you could probably
The
make
men's,
another,
yeah.
you could probably almost make,
women's looks like a palace compared to the men's.
you could almost make another stall in there like the women have, they have the.
Well, yeah, there should be a private
Yeah.
stall in there.
Not,
And that'd be your second priority,
Yeah.
just a question is there hot water for showers? Or is it all cold?
No, it's hot.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's hot
Yeah.
water. The faucets don't work real good. It's hot water.
Yeah, we talked about it. It wouldn't be that much money to replace the shower heads, to put up another stall. Like, these are all low money
Right.
sort of things. So I think, in fact, some of these, we might just hammer out in our, we've got capital improvement money budgeted for the spring, so.
That was my next question is, well, how much money do we have to work with?
But,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead. But, I mean, like that, the lift, is that gonna be a hard thing to fix, or what?
I think it works. I think it was a training issue. The
Okay.
staff insists that it works, and it's just really heavy to move to and from the pool on a daily basis.
Right.
So,
I mean, that's kind of the law.
Is there like a newer option that is lighter and
we
easier
could
to
look
maneuver?
into it. They're
Okay.
going to all be heavy because they, if they're
Yeah.
not take a,
But just be, I don't know.
Can it be permanent? Like, why do we have a movable one?
Cheaper.
Just for safety issues?
yeah, because it's, well,
not
first of
used
all,
often.
because I'll say the unpopular thing a lot, it's hardly ever used.
Right.
I was just gonna say, how many would use it?
Historically, they didn't wanna make it permanent and have it be used, 2 or 3 times a season. So back then they opted for the, mobile unit. But I think if we do stairs, That'll be a lot easier. There are people who
Yeah.
can do the stairs.
Stairs and maybe,
Well, there's for sure be a railing, yeah.
Yeah.
And they have to be heavy, I mean, if you're putting a heavier person into the pool.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just common.
But that should be part of their training when they, you know, when the
Yeah.
lifeguards are being trained, that they should be trained and use that well.
part of their job, just to learn how to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we'll definitely make sure of that this year, like it's, you know, it was a little pandemonium last year,
Well,
just
yeah,
getting it
I
up and,
understand.
yeah, but knowing that it was an issue this year
Yeah.
a couple of times, knowing that we're gonna open the pool, like we can start preparing weeks and weeks earlier than what we
Right.
did, so that should be fine.
Did you have a third one?
No, those are my, they're just the rest of them.
Yeah, kind of just everybody's.
I have one that's kind of a question and suggestion. It wouldn't be quite as high on the priority list, but like newer chairs for the guards, and is there shade options for them?
Is it what?
Like
Shade?
shade up, you know, like a lot, I know,
These kind of guard chairs?
yeah, but some of them have like a spot for an umbrella too.
Yeah, these
You
do.
know, these?
Yeah,
Okay.
on the backside.
I wasn't here last time.
No,
so
I,
maybe-
I just
Oh.
printed this out today.
Oh, okay.
That's my little.
Yeah, I know like a lot of pools have an option to pop up an umbrella.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they hold
Maybe,
me on the
yeah,
backside.
don't they have an umbrella?
Yeah.
Thought they did. I would give my brothers a reupholster.
And
Reupholster the,
yeah, and it's like,
We don't need that big of chairs. This is what I'll.
well, and they all have to put a towel or something in them anyway,
Yeah.
because of
Yeah, I know,
the
seats are-
fiberglass.
Yeah.
I remember trying to clean those.
I think
Last-
that's your place.
Yeah.
I think
They were-
even the spot where you step, where they would step, is that fiberglass too?
Shouldn't be. Might be. Like if one broke and they just fixed it. I thought it was like that, but I haven't looked at them in a while.
All right. For my priorities, I put the zero entry or easy entry as number one. Number two, amenities for kids, like that's what's gonna draw families and kids into our pool, the slide, the rock wall, any of the fun features that you see at other pools. And then for number three, it was just beautification of space and shade. So like just making it more attractive all the way around. So,
rock wall sounds fun.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be on it, but I'm sure it's fun for the kids, like they're always, when you go to a pool that has rock wall, like it's just constant, kids are on it the whole time.
And slide,
Yeah.
maybe.
And those things, what are Manchester had, that they were like
Anyway.
little floaty
Yeah.
things.
Like the lily pad?
Yeah.
I couldn't
I don't know
remember
how
the call it,
expensive
but I
that
didn't
is.
know what
I don't
to.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have the
Lily
space.
pads.
I know, I thought that too, because it takes up
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
the width of,
Yeah,
pool.
but they make like floating animals, they're not lily pads, but they're anchored to the bottom of the pool.
Like an alligator or something,
Yeah,
they can
yeah.
climb on it.
And they, they're just out in the middle, we could maybe fit two of them.
Yeah.
How big
I
they are,
bet
but
those aren't that expensive either.
I tried looking them up today and I couldn't find the verbiage to.
I didn't know what to call it either, I know, I saw a picture
Yeah,
of it,
it
it
wasn't
wasn't
working
working
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and I guess lights would be in there too, but I mean, I think if we are doing some of these things that are just kind of like getting the space nice, then down the road we can add
Yeah.
like the bigger projects
Yeah.
in, but.
Just, maybe off subject, maybe not. We painted the pool this last spring. Did they get the stripes done?
I don't know if they striped it or not. I think they might have to stripe it in the spring. I know you guys are running up against weather and temperature.
I was there, so.
Yeah, so, but the guy said that they'll do the stripes.
Yeah, I think they said they'd take care of whatever
Yeah.
needs to be taken care of, so,
Yeah.
okay.
Is that stripe for like, for competitive swimming?
It's for lanes, but it's
Lanes.
also to help see the bottom of the pool,
Right.
so that there's some contrast. So when you're looking for people that might be underwater, you have
Yeah.
something to compare it against.
So, but it is for the same lanes,
Yeah.
like if we did a
Correct.
swim team.
Yeah.
And the lap swimmers too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
6 or 4? I don't remember.
There should be
I
six.
think there's 4. 4 lanes.
There's more than four.
There's six.
Six, yeah.
6, okay.
So our hope is if we can pull something together, we can send out a survey yet in the next couple of weeks, right? That's what we had
Knowing
thought
what
of.
these priorities are, I'm meeting with the team on Wednesday to go over the capital improvement plan and where we're at. And so, then I can communicate with you all about, hey, this is how much money we have left in know, the capital improvement plan for the pool. These are the priorities as I heard them as a group. You know, I've got them all written down, and and then we'll start getting quotes for the lights, for the stairs, for the pool house, for furniture, and then once we get all those dollar amounts, then we can kind of make a decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and come back and
So
vote
who's
on
gonna
that.
get the quotes for that stuff?
It depends. So if it's like mechanical stuff, it'll be the city works guys. If it's the lights, I'll have Alan Wessels do that. He'll be the one, stringing up the electric and installing those. If it's like a pergola or nice lounge furniture, I'll probably get those. I'll just kind of split it up a little bit because as far as like amenities go, I kind of know, like, I have an idea in my mind about like nicer lounge chairs, nicer furniture. I really think it makes the space look more beautiful. I'm a little snobby, so like it'll be like, I'll look at the chair and think, okay, this might look good. Because I do think that we could dress it up a lot and, not make it resort-like, but make it nice and.
No, we talked about plants out.
Yeah, the plants I can't do anything about, like, somebody else has to do
Oh, that's
that.
right, we couldn't because.
Any plant I try to I kill every plant I've ever interacted with, so.
Yeah, and if you guys
But,
are
I mean,
like.
Roger Swales would probably donate to.
Well, I don't wanna make any assumptions, so.
No, but
yeah.
I know, but
Yeah.
he'd be the one to get a quote or
Yeah.
whatever for the steps,
Oh, yeah, I mean, we would certainly ask, 100%, yeah.
for him.
We also
Yeah.
have a city
Because that's
flower
what they do.
bunch.
Yeah,
Our city has flowers,
Oh.
and there's a city committee for that, I believe.
I think if any of you
It's not a
guys
city
find
com-
things.
it's not a city
and
committee
then
per
we
se.
will
It was,
try it,
yeah.
like, send it our way. We can
I know,
shop
I know
around.
about
Yeah.
private,
It's the chamber that runs the flowers, so they have their committee for the flowers, but maybe we could add some hanging baskets at the pool, that would be really nice.
Sarah, I know you kind of have resource access for like chairs or furniture and things, like you have some ideas of where to
Yeah.
get some things too, so maybe we
Yeah.
can compare prices and.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so survey hopefully out, this month.
Oh, I mean, I think that I'll build it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Send it to everybody. When I get 4 or 5 people, it'll be like, yeah, that looks good, then I'll deploy it.
Mhm.
So this week,
Okay,
yeah, I think the earlier the better.
all right,
And
and
it gets people
then
thinking about the pool, which would be nice.
Great.
this might be awesome.
This is gonna be a busy season.
We talked about the bath area, what about the office, or whatever they call it?
Yard shadow.
Yeah, that's
Is
another.
there any problem there with any kind of update, or?
I think if we're gonna do one, we should probably consider doing the
Yeah.
other
Yeah,
eventually, I don't think.
So
I
again,
would
it
say
just-
for one big project. I would say.
Yeah, it all comes
Yeah.
down to like, do we wanna serve food there?
Oh, yeah.
That's, so right now we can only serve prepackaged stuff, so we can't do hamburgers, hot dogs, everything has to be prepackaged. It's in the cooler, that makes it really easy. Some people have mentioned.
Why is that, do you know?
Was it,
Katie, can you say that again?
Oh, why is that?
The prepackaged
Because
stuff?
that's our state law, like right now, like we don't have a license to serve hot food there. We'd have to have like a different level of approval from the state to have a restaurant type foods there, yeah. So as long as everything is prepackaged, go ahead.
Go ahead, Katie.
Okay, so it's just, that deals with is just like the licensing from the state.
And the equipment, like we have to have the proper equipment. So, for example, if we wanted to have hot dogs there, we would have to either have something like Casey's has, where the hot dogs are sitting there rolling in a hot plate. It's just, I had a restaurant in Chicago, so it's like I'm having heart palpitations thinking about everything that can go wrong with serving hot dogs and the training that goes into it. So. One of the things we thought of, like, down the road was having a food service type place that could be rented to a vendor that already does food service. I don't think serving hot food is in the future for this next year, like maybe a couple years down the road, but we'd have to modify that pool house a lot.
Well, because they have like the concession stand, like as a concession stand, we can run that at the Ball Diamond. So wouldn't that be kind of like that?
Yeah, do you serve hot food at the Ball Diamonds? Yeah, so you have all the equipment there to serve that hot food?
Crock pots and.
Yeah, so like there's none of that over there, and all of the circuits would have to be upgraded to handle it's just, it wasn't built for that, and so getting to that level is certainly possible, I
think that would be a good added
Concessions of some sort.
Of course, we've got the food truck.
And so I'm
We
meeting
do have
with
food
the
trucks, yeah.
state guy for the concession stands.
Okay.
And so it's something that I can bring up to him because I serve it in a crock pot. I serve hot dogs in a crock pot. I don't have to have the roller.
Okay.
And like the food heater warmer thing is ones that we purchased off of Amazon for $100 and some.
Yeah.
And we're able to serve all of that.
That's more work.
So we used to
And
serve
so-
stuff
and
out
that's
in
what I mean,
But that's
Yeah.
something like the manager and assistant manager could do,
Yeah.
like 45 minutes before the pool opens, whichever one is there, could start
Yeah.
some of that stuff.
Again, all of it is possible. It's just a matter of money and time. I don't know, because we're a municipality, I don't know if we're allowed to sell hot dogs out of a crock pot. I don't know
I
what
guess we'll
the,
just find out.
yeah, but we can, if you know the guy and you wanted to give him a phone call and find out what the regulations are.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be meeting with him for the next season
Yeah.
for baseball, softball.
Yeah.
And so that is something that I am more than happy to go over with him, because it would be the same as our facility in Strawberry,
Yeah.
the pool would.
Yeah, and then I'll talk to the insurance people and see what they require, because we have to have it insured. So I'll find out from the insurance company what equipment they would mandate we serve food out of.
Yeah, and it's probably the same that we have. So, yeah, totally check with the insurance company, and I will talk with the state, because it's just surf-based thing, and if Kristen's gonna be the one managing the pool again, she's on my board, and I can make her do the surf-based,
Great.
so the next schedule.
All right, well, let's gather the data and see what we can do.
Sounds good. Thank you, Katie. Katie, while I have you, I had a question for you and I lost it as soon as I went to say it.
Was it about the grants, about the swim team, about deployment?
The date of the career fair at Starmat.
Yep, it is March 24th. And I have little duckies that I thought would be fun for the kids.
Awesome.
Because they like free crap.
Yep. Sounds
And, yeah, one of the questions they did have, could we offer a drawing, for the kids to put a drawing in for maybe a free pass to come one day or
Free ice cream.
Yeah. I'm not answering yes, but I like the idea.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I think it's just something to get all hyped up about or something.
Is that something?
And then
I'm sorry, I had a voice note come in, I had to see who it was, sorry. I wasn't listening.
She mentioned at the career fair, is it possible to have a drawing for a free pass or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do.
Okay.
Don't give away 100, but 1 or 2, it's totally fine.
No, okay.
and then how is wanting to do applications this year? Paper applications or online?
We can do both. We can do both. It's still set up for online, but if people prefer paper, at the career fair, if you want to take a stack of paper, that's fine. What we do is when we get the paper ones, we just type them into the form anyway, so they all go into one database.
Could you send me the link and I can make a QR code?
I think I might be able to send you a QR code.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then I can make one
Let me make a note here.
I wonder if you could even have
Is
them
that on the
online.
city,
Right, in
city,
person. Like if we organize
website?
that.
It would be, yeah. It's down right now, but it'll go back up. Yeah.
Randy, they can view their, they can view
Oh,
they can scan the QR code and then they can apply right there.
right there. Okay, I like that idea.
And when you see them apply, like if they're really interested and you see them apply, maybe, you know, you can put 2 days for drawing or.
Yeah. Have you, any of you all reached out to Kristen and Cindy, like, is it gonna be the same management structure this year?
I know that she has a bit different of a schedule sports-wise for her kids this summer, but I think she wanted to be a part of it in some capacity, whether it's like assistant or, well, I haven't had any conversations with her. I know she was at the last meeting, so I felt that was promising.
I would say this, I would get,
Yes, she came to the last meeting and, so,
She's
Yeah.
staying at management again.
she is, okay, full, like the head manager?
Yep.
Excellent.
I just talked to her before the meeting a little bit.
Excellent, thank you so much.
Good.
yeah, that's really important,
Good, I agree.
yeah.
I mean, this has been really productive. I
Yeah.
appreciate everybody's input and just coming to the meeting, having the ideas prepared. We kind of know what our next steps are, at least a little bit, and we know at least of one major grant, the Mississippi Gaming Corporation, that we want to apply for.
Yeah,
If
and we
anybody
have
has
to
other
apply
ideas.
early with them, their
Yeah.
money runs out very quickly.
Yeah, so probably before, like, I don't know.
As soon as we get some data.
right,
like-
before
like-
February if possible,
Yeah,
even,
I think figure out like, cause you've got some guidance, right, about how much to ask for, like, didn't Dean sort of mention a number?
I haven't talked to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll find out.
Okay.
There's some threshold that we shouldn't go over,
I
like,
looked at other people and what they had asked for, and it seemed like 25,000 was like kind of top end.
yeah, that's,
You know,
yeah.
people were asking for like 1,000. I looked through all of them. Some people were like asking for 20,000 for a dog park. So I'm like, we should be able to get money for a pool.
Yeah. You know, what does it take to make a dog park? A couple bales of hay and a big area.
Something popped in my head while we were maybe a little off subject. What about maybe trying to get the farmer's market down there? Once or twice a week or once or
Yeah,
twice a month?
That is a political debate that is above my pay grade.
Yeah.
So you,
I know who to
yeah,
talk to.
I'll let you negotiate that, yeah, no,
Or even like once.
I made
once
one
a month.
suggestion about the farmer's market once, and I got a lot of feedback really fast, so I'm like, all right,
There's a big area down there for it.
Who organizes the food trucks?
We do, like basically we work with Kristen and we work with the food trucks. We try to bring the food trucks on days that, you know, local area restaurants are closed. You know, that's a really nice thing to do, otherwise we get complaints that, you know,
Right.
we're competing. So we try to fill in the holes, and obviously like 2 days a week, Mondays and Tuesdays, one of our 2 restaurants is closed. So those are good days to do it. It is a definite draw to the pool. Based on the stats that I showed you all, you know, there's that graph that, you know, shows certain spikes. Usually those spikes correspond with the food truck. It's a definite draw.
We only got one restaurant right now, don't we?
Well,
Oh, we got two.
Yeah, I got 2.
We got the coffee shop, is that what you're?
But the coffee shop serves lunch, so,
Right,
you know.
yeah.
Coffee shop
Yeah.
and Ron and Kevin,
Yeah.
whatever.
I just,
And we got the Subway and we
yeah.
got the Casey's, but like actual,
Restaurant.
yeah.
I just remember as a band director, this is about 15 years ago, I asked one of my students, I was planning a band workshop for the kids to come in. And I asked that student, a couple of students, what would you make sure these kids would come in? And they said, number 1, food.
Yeah. So, and so the food trucks had a pretty good experience. The Chick-fil-A truck sold out immediately, like they were out of food in
So
20
the kids buy that or families come?
Both, like both.
I don't think they were quite maybe prepared for what was going to happen with the people too.
They sold out even before they got here.
I'm sorry, they do a weird thing.
Was it like
They
a
sell-
pre-order or something?
They sell out in Independence too, because they don't bring
Enough.
a lot of food.
Yeah, they only
And then
bring
they
what's
stop.
ordered in advance. So they knew rolling up that, you know.
Order ahead.
Yeah.
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 So, and we could do more food trucks. I would say this year we should probably put them in the second half of the season, because remember the attendance was sort of it just sort of trended down every week. And then with the food trucks, there were spikes. So I would say the initial excitement of having the pool open is going as much, maybe try to have the food trucks there as a draw. Special events, pool parties, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just wanna add one thing, then you can maybe take it off of here, about the swim team.
Yeah, Katie.
So the only reason they're not here is because they don't have a coach.
Oh,
So that's, I mean, the pool closing was kind of like the end up, like, reassured them, but like Strawberry swim team got smaller and smaller, and then there was no board, there was like one person on the board.
Okay.
And then it just kind of got small, and then as soon as they couldn't find a coach, they moved them all to Elkader.
So it's probably not.
So it's
gonna
not
happen.
on the pool.
Excellent. Okay, that's good to know. But could we invite them back if they have a coach, or is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Well, I think
Yeah,
swim
it's
lessons,
something, I know people, so.
Okay.
well, swim lessons are gonna help promote a swim team.
They have to get the guards to want to teach lessons.
You gotta pay them, just like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they don't want to teach lessons,
They
you know.
need good money, like a couple of them,
Yeah.
once they got a taste, like, oh, wow, I could give a swim lesson
You
and
get 40
Yeah.
hours.
make some extra money, like, there were a bunch of them
Yeah.
that, were like, okay, I'm gonna do as many of these as
$15 an
possible.
hour.
I did swimming lessons when I was younger.
Yeah,
So maybe gauge interest and then
Mhm.
kind of go from there.
I taught swimming lessons for 4 or 5 years.
yeah,
That was 50 years ago, but.
wow, they didn't even have water back then.
Anybody have anything else before we adjourn? Any other thoughts or suggestions? All right.
Thanks for stepping in, I've been negligent. I've been busy.
I thought you were out of state. I was telling everybody you're in Florida. All right. We're adjourning. Thanks, Katie. All right. Bye.